Welcome back to my YouTube channel, guys. So in today's video, I'll be doing a technical analysis on some pairs. So I'll kick off with EURUSD. So I'll be doing a technical breakdown on EURUSD, DXY, and also on USD CAD. So on EURUSD, as you all know, the overall direction of the market is clearly to the downside. So price was moving to the downside, and so in my last video and the last video I did about EURUSD, so I was expecting price to come into this trend line region, to come and touch this trend line for the third touch, and also for price to touch this resistance level and then start for price to decline and then start moving back to the downside. And also there was a Fibonacci here, so there was a Fibonacci in line with the resistance level and also the trend line. So I was expecting price should go to get into this zone and then start moving back to the downside, but unfortunately price broke out of the level. So and also this was a range, as you can see. So this was a range, price broke out of it. So price have already broke out of the range somewhere around here. So price attempt to break out, retest, and then so I'm expecting price to continue moving back to the downside, but unfortunately price started moving back to the upside. So then as price come here, I was expecting a rejection from here for price to continue moving back to the downside, but instead price broke out of this level and then price started trading above this level. So since price have cleared this trend line, this monthly trend line, and also this support level and also the top of the range, so what I'm going to be waiting for on EURUSD is very simple: for me to start looking for buying opportunity. So I'll be expecting price to come back down into this level. So I'm expecting a retracement back into this level for me to start looking for buying opportunity on EURUSD to this next major level. So on the weekly time frame, so this is okay, so this was what I'm expecting on the weekly time frame. So now price have already broke out of this level. So now I'm expecting EURUSD should to retrace back into this level, into this support and resistance support level. Now into this resistance level that has turned to support. So for price should retest this level and then retest and then start moving back to the upside to this next major level. So by the time price will go here, I will have already moved my stop loss to break even. So I'm just expecting price should continue moving back to the upside into this next major level. So I'll be expecting price to go into this level. So that's just my take on the EURUSD. So you all know that DXY is the inverse of EURUSD. So if DXY is trending to the downside, EURUSD will be moving back to the upside. So and this is what is currently happening now. So price have already broke out of a major level on DXY. So this was a major key level on DXY. So price have already broke out of it with this huge candlestick. So I'm expecting DXY to continue moving back to the downside into this level. So if I go to the monthly time frame, you can clearly see that. So this was a trend line. So this was the first touch of this trend line. This was the second touch, and now price is coming back down to touch the trend line for the third touch. So that's what I just thought. That's just my thoughts on USD CAD. So on DXY, I mean. So I'm expecting price to continue moving back to the downside, to come and touch this trend line for the third touch, and also this key level, this minor key level. So if price should continue coming back into this level, so then by the time price got here, so EURUSD should have already gone into the major level. So what I'm just saying is, if DXY should continue moving back to the downside like this, then EURUSD will definitely be moving back to the upside. So the buy trade on EURUSD will be valid if DXY continue moving back to the downside. So that's just it. So now on EURUSD, like I said the other time, just waiting for after price. So price are broken out of this level. So and then so what I'm waiting for is just a retracement for price should retrace back into this level after price broke out like this. So for a retracement back into this level and then for price to start trading back into this next major level. So for price to continue moving back into this next major level or this minor level right about here. So that's my take on EURUSD. So the next pair is USD CAD. So I'll be talking about USD CAD. As you all know, the overall direction of the market, the overall direction of USD CAD is clearly to the upside. So what I thought is going to be happening on USD CAD is very simple. So now this seems like a double bottom around here, and this was a neckline. So this was a break and retest of the neckline. So I'm expecting price to continue moving back to the upside if price should go here. But seeing this huge candlestick, this huge bearish engulfing candlestick, I don't think that will be happening. So now this seems like a so now this seems like so now price is coming back to the downside. So if this inner trend line did not hold. So now I'm expecting price to come into this inner trend line. So if price should come into this inner trend line in line with a minor level, so a minor support level, I might be looking for buying opportunity. But if price should clear this inner trend line, so then price will be coming back down to touch this outer trend line. So price will be moving back to the downside to touch this outer trend line, and also this also align with the Fibonacci level. So if I draw this Fibonacci from swing low to swing high like this, as you can see, this also align with this Fibonacci level. So if this inner trend line did not hold, if price should break it to the downside like this, so I'll be expecting a further push to the downside into this major level, right, into this major support level, and also into this trend line area for price to continue moving back to the upside if price should break the inner trend line. But as long as price is still trading above this inner trend line, so price might still got rejected from here and then start moving back to the upside, or price will break it to the downside and come back into this level to start moving higher. So that's just my, so that's what I just thought is going to be happening on USDCAD. So the next pair is GBP/USD. So on the weekly time frame, the overall direction of the market is clearly to the upside. So price was creating so a higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, and then higher high, and now price have come back down to create a higher low. So this was the inner and the outer trend line, right? So now price was moving back to the upside, and also so now price is getting rejected from this minor level. So this was a higher high, a higher low, and a higher high, and then price came back down to create a higher low. So of course we are expecting price to continue moving back to the upside. So if I draw my Fibonacci, and also this minor level also aligned with the Fibonacci, so it also aligned with the 61.8 Fibonacci as well. So I'm expecting price to continue moving back to the upside, and also there was still a touch of this inner trend line. So I'm expecting price to continue moving back to the upside on GBP/USD. But if we look at it on the daily time frame, so if I delete this Fibonacci, if you look at it on the daily time frame, right, this seems like a break of this minor level, as you can see. So price are broken out of this minor level, though price is still respecting this inner trend line. But if price should go rejected from here, so what I'm going to be waiting for is just a break of this inner trend line. If price should break this inner trend line to the downside, so I'll be expecting a further push to the downside like this into this next major level, and also into this trend line. So that's just what I'm going to be waiting for. I'm going to be waiting for either price. So if I want to get into a buy trade here, I'll just wait for price to continue moving back to the upside like this, and then came back down to the test this level, so to avoid the first breakout. So I will be expecting price to break this level to the upside and then came back down to the test. So after price came back down to the test, I'll be looking for buying opportunity into this next major level. So that's just how I'll be got into this trade if price should continue moving back to the upside. But if price should go rejected from here and also break this inner trend, so I'm not going to be doing anything. I'm just going to be waiting for price to get into this level. So after price got into this level, so I'm going to be looking for another buying opportunity here until price got here, or price broke this level, the test, and then start moving back to the upside. So that's just my take on GBP/USD. So if you guys find this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share the video. So I will catch you guys in my next video.